The arrest report. I responded to a call at 3500. I met with the victim, Miss Lonnie Bishop. She stated the following. Miss Bishop stated that approximately at 1945, she was walking her dog. She observed the old high school boyfriend walking towards her, asking her to speak to him. She stated that she felt threatened and attempted to go back inside the house. Which that time the defendant, who was later identified as Dietrich Daniel, grabbed her by the waist and attempts to prevent her from entering the home. She stated that she was eventually able to break free, in which time he said, "Fuck this, I'm taking it to my own hands." She then advised that he opened the unlocked door of her home without permission or warning. He entered the home, which was at the time occupied by her juvenile son, and remained inside till she was able to physically remove him out by grabbing him and throwing him out. She stated that he tried to resist her attempts to physically remove him by tensing and pushing her. Ms. Bishop then stated that she was able to lock herself inside the house, and was time Mr. Daniel walked around the back of the house where she lost sight of him. Mr. Daniel then walked out from the northwest side of the home and stated that he was there because he was in love with Ms. Bishop and she took his virginity in high school. It should be noted that it has been 15 years since they dated or had any sexual relations. Mr. Daniel was placed into custody. Mr. Daniel was placed into custody without any further incident and was transported to the Oakland Park District Police Department. This is the victim's statement. This is where it gets comical at. Now, you don't hear me saying I kicked her, pushed her, punched her, beat her up, or anything like that. And okay, what happened when you got home from work today? I got home from work, I went outside to walk the dog. This her words, that's the detective words, this her words. I went outside to walk the dog. I wasn't inside to walk the dog. He was standing in front of the yard. When he walked up into the yard, at that point, I didn't say anything. I just tried to make my way into the house. He grabbed me by my waist. He grabbed me by my waist to stop me from going inside. I got out of his hole. I was yelling for anybody, a neighbor, to call the police. At that point, he said, "I'll take care of this myself." He walked to my front door, went inside my house, and started calling my son's name for him to come out of his room. I went in the house and started calling her son for him to come out of his room. Now, at that time, you never invited him in your home? No, absolutely not. Right? Not. So the door was closed. He opened and went inside. Yeah. Okay. When he went inside, he was calling your son's name. Then what happened? My son came out of the room. He was in his room with a neighbor friend of his. He came out of the room to see what was going on. At that point, Dietrich was saying, "Jaden, come here. I'm your father. I'm your father. Let's go play basketball." Jaden had the phone in his hand already. I told him to call 911. Is any further thing you want to add to this? No. Will you be willing to press criminal charges? Yes. Jaden, I'm your father. Let's play basketball. They charged me with burglary and battery for that. These two things I just read to you. They charged me with burglary and battery, saying I broke in the house and beat her ass. A punishable by life felony, the same as murder. They gave me 2 years prison, 10 years house arrest, and 2 years ankle monitor. They gave me all this for that, for an argument. That's an argument. And I called the kid to play basketball. They charged me with burglary. Now they say I ain't know it in 15 years.
Sweet thug. Sweet thug.
That's me and her in the bed together. That's me and her in the bed together. That's me and her kissing on Los Olas in 2014, 2015. My trial was 2016. I've been gone the last 3 years. It's not from my case. It's from my invention. In the brain type of conspiracy. Now I'm in jail. Everybody's holding each other hostage because nobody can know about the brain type of conspiracy. What the government doing with a nigga like this brain tap? So everybody let anybody do what they want to do with me in jail because if they can't afford for the story to get out. So I'm suffering for somebody else using me for my brain and making money off me. That's what I'm suffering for. Now nobody know nothing because this Miami, you got New York, Miami, California, Los Angeles. This just one little city. So they put $1 billion around here around me. All my friends, millionaires, they getting paid off me just to be quiet. Well, they ain't getting paid off me no more. And the law enforcement, and they got the law enforcement and the government behind them. Now, where it gets even better at, you see where it said it should be noted it has been 15 years since they had dated or had any sexual relations. It should be noted it's been 15 years since they dated or had any sexual relations. You remember, so you mean to tell me nobody in the courtroom can see, nobody in the courtroom can see me asking the kid to play basketball? Nobody in the courtroom could see that me and her was together and we know each other. Now she came to court 2 times and told them she want me out of jail. They ain't let me go. They figured just for my life and the shit I do, that was the perfect time to strike against me. See the previous videos when I say strike. See the part 1, 2, and 3 when I say strike. That's the perfect time to strike against me. So nobody did nothing. And plus, even like the innocent cops or the so-called innocent cops let it go on because they can't afford. They can't afford for nobody to know they got my brain tapped. So this way it gets good at. So that's what it gets good at. In jail, this one they start listening to me masturbate and bringing gay stuff in the equation because they want me to talk about gay stuff and athletes gay and the NBA gay and the NFL gay and all this to ruin my money because they can't stop my money. MJ23, M is the 13th letter of the alphabet, J is the 10th letter of the alphabet. MJ23. I don't really got time for this. Now I'm showing you my shit and I'm risking my money and I'm risking my invention and I'm weakening my shit supposed to be debuted because of trouble. So that's why my other lawsuit, that's why you see trillion on it. It's $1 trillion a day because I'm putting $1 trillion in the economy. I'm putting $1 trillion in the economy with my invention. So I'm gonna show you 2 t-shirts. Bird equals 33. So on my invention, volcano. A is the first letter of the alphabet. Z is the 26th letter of the alphabet. B is the second. B, I, 9. R is 18. D is 4. So 2 plus 9 is 11. Plus R is 18. Plus 4 is D equals 33. So bird equals 33. I'm gonna sell 1 million of these shirts over 20 years. So now they mad that I'm gonna make them. I'm gonna make $30 million off a t-shirt. Now that showed you 2 t-shirts. I'm gonna make $60 million over the next 20 years off 2 t-shirts. Now this ain't even, this a prototype I got. There's no need for me to even show you this. The police officers, I'll be showing you this because this is for law enforcement. I'll show you this in the office. There's no need for me showing this. You know what I'm saying? But I just showed you two $60 million off t-shirts. More than that, I'm talking low end. Over 20 years, that's 2 t-shirts I got a stack. I got $1 billion physically off my invention. Now, they got police officers that listen to me masturbate, and they got these dudes talking in my head 24/7, sending gay homosexual thoughts, wanting me to react to them, but they the police. I'm surrounded in jail by all spots, so I got history, right? I just showed you history. I'm gonna be in different demographics, so it's gonna give me a lot of power and influence. So the police letting this go on. And plus nobody can afford to speak out about it, because, well, how can they speak out about it? Well, y'all know this already. Why is it going on? So now I'm suffering from everybody else trying to use me. Now they bringing homosexuality to it, trying to ruin my deal or trying to provoke me to do something. Well, they trying to provoke me against the fucking judge, against lawyers, against the government. They trying to provoke me against the police officers. Everybody, I was in jail, 23-hour lockdown, 24/7 the last 2 years. Everybody, I didn't get around one regular inmate. I never was not around one regular inmate. Everybody was a spy and was a government official or a government employee. I'm gonna put $1 trillion in the economy. So, like I said, you can put $1 billion in South Florida for $1 trillion, and that's what they did. They know my neighborhoods. I frequent 3 or 4 neighborhoods. They got them all brought. Now, what happened yesterday? I just started reporting the crime like I'm doing now. The government sent my people here to start arguing with me, tell me I gotta go. Because they can't afford the crime to be reported. Why they can't afford the crime to be reported? Because like I said, law enforcement sees this, law enforcement knows this, they gotta do something about it. They don't do something about it, they're guilty. So they can't even respond to me. So they can't even afford me talking now. Well, just stop it. And let bygones be bygones and go on about your business. Why does this need to be continued to be done? Why you can't stop? Why they can't stop it? Why? Because no law enforcement tells on other law enforcement or tells on the judge or tells on the what's the name. But they done made it so blatant and so obvious. I asked the kid to play basketball. They got me with 10 years probation and 2 years what's the name. You don't see no violence in my case. The girl, I got transcripts. The girl at sentencing saying she don't want me to do another day in jail. They threatening women. I can't even have a woman because you got the police listening to my brain tap. You got the police listening to me, stalking my every move now. They can't afford why? Because they can't afford for me to even talk. As I mentioned, they can't afford for me to even talk. So as soon as I started talking, they made a move on me, struck. I just explained this yesterday. I'm explaining this on the video. I started talking. They made a family member come start an argument, which would be lame later. They made a family member come start an argument, told me I gotta go. But it's no problem because I already know what it is. I'm still a fucking, they scared I'm gonna put Facebook out of business. And there's no need to even rattle with that because the law enforcement know what's going on. They know what's going on. That's a witch hunt on TV for me. They see this as simple. They say, damn, in this basketball, everybody gonna want to do this. So they feel the next step is a Facebook or social media, which they making it more easy for me because it's so obvious. Who can make this type of shit up and have the proof? I asked the kid to play basketball. You mean nobody in the courtroom can say, here, I'm your dad, let's play basketball? Nobody can see, say 15 years, nobody, I hold a picture up in court, nobody can see, nobody can hear the girl saying she don't want me in jail. I asked her to understand. I say, would I ever hurt you or would I ever steal from you? She say no. I said, would I ever hurt you? She say no. I said, would I ever steal from you? She say no. I should have let it rest right there. But they got this brain type of conspiracy going on where they coerced me to say something, they coerced her to say something. But I struck and she struck and I said, would I ever hurt you? She said no. Would I ever steal from you? She said no. So that's the basis of the crime. Burglary and battery is me stealing from you and hurting you. Burglary, stealing, battery, hurting. She said I never heard her steal from her. So what I'm in trial for? Before the day before trial, which my trial lasted 1 day, a punishable by life charge. How the fuck your trial only lasts 1 day? And the whole jury government. I don't know this when it's going on, but the women in the jail let me know. They sort of let me know. Now these niggas rooting back and forth with me, jacking my dick and arguing with me back and forth, masturbating. They, woman, and So women and saying, oh, they gonna pay for this because nobody can afford to find out. Now I'm taking to the other men and law school, but y'all niggas know this shit and y'all ain't doing nothing about it. Or you gentlemen know this and nobody ain't doing nothing about it. So America is based on gay police officers is allowed to listen to a man masturbate through a brain type of conspiracy. Now I'm saying brain type of conspiracy. America ain't got no technology. We not advanced. This shit ain't possible. Who can make this type of shit up? Now they got me sounding like a fool and I'm what's the name, but they the ones doing it. Or you would think I'd be sounding like a fool for even explaining this. This is going on. Now I'm taking this to Miami PD, Opa-locka, Miami Beach Police Department. You gonna look at this and allow law enforcement to listen to another man masturbate and take his life because they listen to him masturbate and they can't afford nothing can't afford the story to get out. Now I get out of jail, they stalk me. I'm at the hotel room, I'm in the hotel room, they knocking on the door. This is the police doing this. I call Plantation, they saying two girls, they say that you gotta call the U.S. Department of Justice. My dick get hard, the U.S. Department of Justice answer the phone. I'm frying some rice, I pour the rice in the thing, they answer the phone. They try to make me burn myself. They by the phone waiting. I got CNN on my Facebook. I gotta keep going. CNN, why was CNN responding to me? Shh, the real fucking CNN. Now I'll be showing you these pictures like I'll be showing you the rest of the invention. Why CNN responding to me? So nobody's not gonna do nothing about this? Men, police officers, and sending child molesters. They will be charged with, you will be charged to the law enforcement who will not do nothing about this, will be charged with child molestation and conspiracy to commit murder. Conspiracy to commit murder. Like I said, in 2009 I had a bank robbery. It was not me, it was done by the brain type of conspiracy. I didn't know, I found out my brain was tapped. Now I get out, they was mad in that little scratch they had to scrape. They was mad, my sister gave me a place to stay. They was telling me to have sex with my niece every morning. So just like the bank robbery, I'm glad I did the bank robbery, so now y'all gonna be charged with that. Because that could have very well happened, even though there's no chance that it happened. There's no chance I thought it wasn't, but you had a group of gay men, you had a group of police officers doing this shit every day. You had a police officers saying had sex with a little girl. And they had women police officers dressing up like girls I was dating, previous girls I was dating, they was making their hair like the girls I know daughter, do a brain type of conspiracy. They doing this in jail. They put a whole fucking team, $1 billion to $1 trillion in the economy. Volcano by Dietrich Daniel, it's gonna bring $1 trillion in the economy. So they put $1 billion team around me down here and sent gay, homosexual, child molesting thoughts to my head. The last 2 years, 365, 24/7. I couldn't be in population because I'll be around a spy will provoke me, or a government employee will provoke me to start a fight. Or just do stupid shit to me 24/7. The whole North Broward facility was all government. My section of North Broward facility was all government. You had gay men, police officer, and gay government trying to turn me off and arguing about me masturbating and arguing about my dick. Now none of you police officers know what's going on. Nobody knows what's going on. Now I'm showing you this one more time. A is the first letter of the alphabet. Z is the 26th letter of the alphabet. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. J is the 10th letter. L, K, L, M. M is the 13th letter. M, J equals 23. Now I gotta mix that with this. So this stay objective. I gotta mix that with this. While I'm taking these direct to the police officers. Taking it out. This is history. MJ been playing basketball 20 years. I got this. It's just coming out. So this is history. So they messing up my money, they're screwing it with this, and the government let this go on because everybody getting paid, everybody getting their hands washed. Well, once somebody come forward, it's no turning back from here. The officers who I take this to this week, and the police departments I take this to this week, once you see this and hear this, and you don't do nothing about it, you will be charged with conspiracy to commit murder, and the worst one, child molestation. So the U.S. government is gonna be responsible for molesting children.